Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And today we have a ton of crypto news, but my question of today is, what country are you watching this video from? I am always amazed by how diverse the XRP or even crypto community is. It's just really mind-boggling, but check through the comment section for yourself. Everywhere around the world people are from. It's freaking crazy, man. It's so fun. But let's quickly start. Bank of Ghana aims to bolster economy with CBDC pilot. CBDCs are everywhere. I keep reminding you, people are not trusting me when I say that CBDCs will be everywhere and that Ripple will take a good part of this. Why do we know that? We know because we know. All right, we know because we know. We know. If you know, you know. Let's stay at that, right? But CBDCs, almost any country in this world will eventually come to it. And I've actually speculated a couple of times before that Ripple will not take over 100% of the CBDC realm. The BIS has, for example, explained how in a CBDC, ecosystem, Ripple could play a pretty pivotal role. Now, there will be a lot of CBDCs which do not want to rely on a party like Ripple, do not want to work with that. For example, China. They will not build on something that Ripple created, and they will most likely not want to work with anything US in that specific regard. But XRP as a bridge could still work, and it's a percentage game. If Ripple, for example, takes over 30% of the CBDC, if there's only 10 of them, that's 3. That's not that huge, right? But if there's 180 of them, as an example, things start to finally ramp up a little bit and you start to see some real heavy money, some heavy connections. That's one thing people are forgetting. It's a numbers game. Really specifically, it's a numbers game. And I do believe firmly that the more they have, the easier it'll go. Because once more, if they only have one, then not many companies will be looking at them thinking, oh, we have to use them. But then again, Ripple, being at all those meetings over the last couple of years, they've put their name out there. And for example, Christine Lagarde, she knows about Ripple. She knows about the tech. If they have to propose, for example, a freaking Euro CBDC, the Bank of France has proposed Ripple. They have put up those ideas. They know about it. It's just about, okay, which one would be the best and why. But again, I'm no freaking scientist. I'm not sure exactly how the deepest ends of those work, of the CBDCs, in the sense that I'm not sure exactly why I would prioritize Ripple over another one. Except for the fact that it can make your life a whole lot easier, cheaper, and just why not, right? Who are the competitors exactly? And why would you choose another one over Ripple when it's such an easy choice? And even the banks have recommended it before, and the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, has recommended it before. I can't really understand. Then again, I'm also not sure exactly how much it would cost or how those things exactly run into each other, if you know what I mean. So I have to give that a little bit of a question mark. But I don't know, it just sounds logical if it's a number game that a lot of these countries, which you might not even ever see the CBDC of in your lifetime, that even those will be running on Ripple, purely because it might also be that they're not going to work with every major country, but it's about those countries who might not have easy access. For example, United States CBDC, I'm not sure if Ripple going to get there. China CBDC, I'm not sure if Ripple's going to get there. It's about, once more, a numbers game. And if they, for example, get Ghana and then Nigeria too, and then Uganda, and then, for example, pick freaking countries that are a little bit smaller. It's about the ones that can't easily make those connections, which are easier to kind of hop on. And the more you get, the easier it is to scale from that point forward. Kind of hard to explain, but hopefully you got the drift that I just have big freaking ideas for it, man. I'm not really the guy to make a lot of changes to it, but I just have high expectations. Then what could trigger this outcome on XRP? A lot of people have actually talked about this article specifically because I was talking about the XRP price quite a lot today because of the whole 30,000 XRP competition. Hopefully you guys have seen that by now. It's freaking ridiculous, man. I still can't really believe it's a 30,000 XRP competition. If you don't know what I'm talking about, make sure you check out my description. I'll open it in just a second for you guys as well, the 30,000 XRP competition, because I'm still, even as of this point, amazed by it. However, point being, we talked a lot about trading XRP. We talked a lot about being positive about XRP. I must always talk about both sides, though, which means I will always tell you guys exactly where I think it's going, and I will always tell you guys if I'm bearish on something. And for right now, I'm still extremely bullish. I don't know exactly why people are so negative. And if you're talking or asking me what could trigger what scenario, I would tell you, look at Bitcoin. Everything follows Bitcoin, and that will stay that way for a very long while. Unless this utility kicks in, which could, for example, be a wave of adoption due to as an example, the CBDC kicking in, right, or the connections there. Until that is fully taken over, it will just follow Bitcoin along. And Bitcoin right now is being said to have some huge FUD going around, but think about it, guys. We've talked before about the whole China situation, which was the major cause of FUD not being that big a deal, not being that bad. We talked before about how, let me see here, that even though they're calling out that Bitcoin keeps going lower and lower and lower, the big guys are still buying. Oh, point being, Bitcoin is actually extremely positive from a fundamental perspective. They're just trying to make it look bad. That I'm thinking, no, we shouldn't really bet on the downside. We should bet on the upside. That's still my expectation, though. Hash rate dropping is never a negative thing. It never really matters in the end of things because the difficulty will just adjust to it. People keep telling you that it is a negative thing or China's, outflow of miners being a bad thing. All lies, or all just people who do not know what they're talking about, or manipulation of your mind. Could be either of those. Keep in mind, guys, these big guys are accumulating. Might not look like it, but they are. Even if some statistics, they might show you the wrong thing if you don't look properly enough, right? If you check one statistic all the time, you'll notice, hey, these guys are buying it up. If you check what the actual companies are doing or the SEC filings, you know they're buying it up. Here is, again, that 30,000 XP competition. Bybit link is down below. Just go check it out. Once more, links down below. There's two links. One will be the normal one to sign up for. The other one is just to see this competition. The reason I'm saying just to see is because you can't register just quite yet. You need to wait 8 hours or so. If you already have an account through me, though, by using the link down below, you're completely good. All you need is 300 XRP as a net equity to enter, which is nothing. But make sure you press the register button, all right? Because the trading competition is there and you're not automatically in. You have to press the button. And I don't know, I think it's going to be pretty simple to actually win. Most likely, there's going to be a guy who's going to win with, like, let's say $500 in his balance. You don't have to have freaking millions to win something, by the way. It's not like that is the necessity. It's about, how good you are. Some people, however, would just get lucky with trading. And it's literally possible to win thousands of dollars. Not saying this just to get you, because once more, do what you want to, all right? If you don't want to enter, no worries on my end. It's just for you guys. I get nothing from this, just you. All right, I worked my ass off. 30,000 XP is going to be given amongst you guys. It could literally be that one guy with only $500 is, for example, going to win by just getting lucky and trying some stuff out. It's possible. Can I recommend you to do that? Obviously not. Do what you know would work, obviously. But I'm just saying, it's not 100% certain that the best guy or the guy with the most amount of money is going to win. It doesn't necessarily work that way. But just read through it for yourself if you want to know exactly how it works, all right? Make sure you read the rules properly, make sure you don't do anything stupid, and make sure you don't lose money that you cannot afford to lose. Then again, I think it will be just a fun thing. I don't really see any negative side to it, man. I'm just freaking excited because 30,000 XRP is just huge. All right, John Deaton posted, the SEC claims all XRP, including XRP traded in the secondary market, equals investment contracts with Ripple. Even if you acquired XRP as a payment, time, coil, YouTube, it's an investment contract according to the SEC. And I'm quickly wondering about that. It said right there YouTube, but I believe they meant the coil YouTube connection, right? Otherwise, because once more, some people say this in the comment section saying, oh, Dusty, you get XRP from Ripple. I have not. I have never received any single piece of XRP. There's one time, 3 and a little bit years ago, where I think I got like, let's say 4 or so XRP as a donation. But that's, I think, the most I've gotten. Unless I'm forgetting something, but it most likely wasn't really anything. I've received a couple of YouTube donations, as you guys most likely have seen if you're watching a live stream, but that's just US dollars. I never receive XRP as a payment from anybody, so I'm kind of wondering exactly what they mean. However, I did receive maybe like freaking 5 XRP through Coil over like the last couple of years, so that might be something. But I don't know. I guess that is also an investment contract though, right? Me creating content for something that I like, even if it didn't talk about XRP though, if some people watched it using Coil, theoretically speaking, they would have paid me XRP, and that would be an investment contract with Ripple. That's the stupidest thing, though, right? Because it could be that I've never heard of Ripple before in my entire life, and nor have the people that paid, theoretically speaking, paid me for making the content, because they're just, for example, watching you, and it pays with your core subscription in XRP. Yet I am in an investment contract with Ripple. Then that's some really skewed logic, and he actually has a really extremely good point right there. There's a couple of other points in that same regard, though, right? Where, for example, if you tip somebody with XRP, which is really easy to do because anybody can just receive it, you're automatically in an investment contract with Ripple then because you got tipped some XRP. That's literally an investment contract sale right there. It just, the whole connection right there just works in a strange fashion. And sometimes I'm thinking as well, if you are lending out your XRP to a platform like BITRUE, them giving you XRP back in return for that is then once more connect to Ripple in some way, shape, or form, where you could literally go on an exchange, buy some XRP because you see it's going to make you some money, you lending it out, and all of a sudden, boom, you've actually made an investment contract with Ripple. It's so skewed logic, it's so strange to me, I can't think about it, but still the SEC wants to stick with their freaking Howey test. It's an investment contract according to the SEC, all of that stuff, it's really stupid. Using this rationale, the oranges would be securities. This is a reply to JP who said, Hester said oranges aren't securities, and we all agree, which basically means that the orange groves back in that time of the Howey test were the securities and not the oranges themselves, because of course oranges can't literally be securities. The SEC, however, says something that supports an argument that all XRP is a security, and this is especially so when they also argued that there's little current use for XRP, which of course is debatable, but here's the little speech that made the offers and sales of XRP the offers and sales of the investment contract. The XRP traded even in the secondary market, which is the key point that John Dean is is wanting to kind of counter right now. He also has explained before how the SEC within the, I believe, April 6th talk with the judge and with Ripple tried to make this, put a little bit under the rug by saying that, no, it's just about Ripple sales when in hindsight and when in reality, it's about every sale, even in the secondary market. So any exchange trading XRP, any XRP sale that you have ever done to your friend is all an investment contract with Ripple. Is the embodiment of those facts that all oranges are securities following their facts. Circumstances, promises, and expectations, and today represents that investment contract and incorrectly reframing the inquiry from the legal correct view of what the investment contract is, the XRP's offer and sale in a particular context, to Moven's narrower view, the XRP itself, makes no difference to what Movens really care about, digital assets trading platforms listing of XRP. And the other things, I'm not exactly sure what the SEC is either, taken up. Let's just call it like that. I don't want to actually say it out loud. But I'm also not sure exactly what they want to go for. Did it just want to stop XRP from being traded? Did it just want to stop Ripple from making money on it? But if so, why, if that was their main goal, why would then they call every XRP transaction a securities offering? And why not just the sales of Ripple? Why go after every single XP ever? That leads us to wonder what their actual goal is. What are they looking for that's a layer deeper? But I can't find it out. I'm not sure about it. I've thought, but I don't know. Then we saw this. A lot of people got really excited about it. Once more, guys, XRP trades resuming on the 28th is not going to be happening. Coinbase doing all this stuff is not true. It's just coming from somewhere that I don't understand. It says here by July 28th, XRP trading on Coinbase and other exchanges would resume. Fake. No confirmed anything like that. Let's quickly see here. It's pure speculation, nothing more. It's not been confirmed by anybody. Please understand that it's not confirmed, it's not confirmed, it's not confirmed. It's all based upon a theory that Warren, the senator, has put up a letter to Gary Gensler to kind of explain how exchanges work and how cryptos work. But once more, guys, no official date has been set for relistings, and this is all just speculation. Please understand, please understand. Coinbase movements like this are mostly custody clients, which I've explained like 10 times on the channel before, but okay. Amex, American Express offering ZAA NFTs to cardholders only. They're $100 each and limited to American Express members, but they can be resold on the secondary marketplaces. I want to tell you quickly that even the banks right now and the freaking card providers, NFTs as a start. More and more, piece by piece, they know their customers want this type of stuff and might, be more inclined to join because of this stuff. They know they have to change their strategies, and I believe eventually banks might even give you just bonuses in crypto for example, making a crypto account with them. I put up a prediction right now. Within 3 years, most major banks will have a crypto custody solution, which means you'll be able to hold your crypto on these banks, basically. Within 3 years, most of them will have that. If you really want to make it blunt, we'll say 5 years, most of these banks will have that. Because from a certain perspective, some banks do not even allow you to hold stocks on there, but the majority, in the Netherlands at least, they allow you to also have stocks on those banks. I think for the big banks out there in this world, they will allow you to store your crypto within those banks within 3 years. But if you want to really, take it safe, 5 years, 99% sure. 3 years, though, I think. We already covered this. The China situation is just a little bit of a lie or manipulation, in my opinion. Power Ledger migrates from Ethereum blockchain to Solana despite upgrades. One thing to also say quickly, this is not that long an article, but it's about a point. Ethereum's proof of work, Bitcoin's proof of work, it's all kind of meh. Right now, people are really, really focused on energy consumption, really focused on efficiency when you have more options. Like within a big bull market, Ethereum's overdrive and just necessity is so high because everybody's using it. Now that things have kind of calmed down a little bit, there's more room for people to kind of explore because there's not such a big risk. So they can easily kind of migrate when things are kind of slowing down. And we're going to be seeing that a lot here, where a lot of these projects will be switching over from Ethereum to more safer and more scalable other projects like Solana or eventually NFTs for example, XRP Ledger. Something to kind of think about here. I think Ethereum and Bitcoin are pretty solid as base layers, as it currently stands. Are they that scalable though? No. And there is inherently something wrong with the base layer, which is why people don't use them that much. Ethereum layer 2 solutions are there because the base layer is stupid. It's because sending things over Ethereum is just really, really a waste of money, unless, again, you work with layer 2. And that needs to either be fixed within due time, or others will move over. Then again, I'm not sure how they're going to do it. Ethereum 2.0 is coming up okay, which might fix a little bit, but even then, it's not the big solution for everything because it takes such a long time for it to come on over. And still, Bitcoin is left with the same problem, right? Make sure you understand that things might migrate from Ethereum and Bitcoin. Then again, it's still going to remain the top of the top, though, for a long while as well. I'm pretty convinced. It might even be so that Ethereum is eventually going to be the first coin to overtake Bitcoin for a little while. Could be interesting. All right, Rosie Rios, working at Ripple, we all saw that, has said before over on her Twitter, if men are in 80% of the executive decision-making positions, then men are part of the solution. Most of my champions have been men with daughters. This is not we versus them. This is us. I'm just kind of thinking sometimes, what exactly is her point at Ripple? Like, she works at Ripple, right? And I'm going to just like whatever, because whenever I like these things, it's not because I necessarily agree, but it's because I can then find the tweets again in my little list. I'm not sure exactly how those bookmarks and stuff work too much, so I just press the like button and I can find them in my like section. Now, I'm not really, agreeing with any of this stuff, nor disagreeing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying she has a key position at Ripple. And I sometimes wonder exactly why. Like, you might ask yourself exactly what her purpose is, because she used to be the 43rd treasurer of the United States, and she's a currency designer. That's, again, her thing. But she has a lot of other treats. Then again, two things. One, she knows currencies better than almost any other person in this world. She knows the currencies better than the SEC. She knows how currencies work. So her being on the board of Ripple is a major plus. Then again, I sometimes also think maybe this is also for diversification of Ripple, just to make sure they look proper by having more, for example, women in there, or more, higher educated to look better and all that type of stuff. Maybe something else. I'm just wondering, why exactly have they chosen her, or has she chosen the company? How exactly did the connection come up? And this tweet itself doesn't really matter, but it's the fact that she has some really outspoken ideas that a lot of these guys in the Ripple board don't actually have. A lot of those guys are really laid back. For example, Chris Larson, you don't really see him tweeting a lot of stuff, and a lot of the other board members, you don't really see their social media presence too much. Rosie Rios, however, is really outspoken, and I do wonder exactly if they've chosen that deliberately, or how they came up to her and how the connection kind of formed. Aren't you guys worried, or not worried, but interested in that too? How did Rosie Rios join the Ripple board? How did that work? How? I don't know, but I'm just really interested in that. Such an outspoken person, so fanatic. And then, I don't know. I'm really wondering. And then also, Flare update. Oh, I just slammed my desk. Hello, Flare community. This is by Ledger, the hardware wallet that the majority of us use. Last Friday, we accidentally released the Flare app a bit too early, as the Flare mainnet hasn't been launched yet. By the way, if I'm talking with a little bit of a lisp or something like that, my wisdom teeth got removed today, for all of you that do not know, so I talk a little bit stranger, maybe. Too early, as the Flare mainnet hasn't been launched yet. Sorry about that. Rest assured that Flare mainnet and Ledger Flare app are coming out soon. We decided to remove the app from the Ledger Live Manager until then, since it is essentially unusable until the mainnet gets released. You can read more about it, but it's basically so that they had the app, which I believe might be a scheduling thing, where, for example, Flare told them, all right, have it ready by the 10th, for example, of July, because we'll be launching the 12th of July, for example. And when Flare came in with some delays, they had to take it off and they had to apologize, right? I'm thinking that's something like that. Could, however, be that some of the guys over there accidentally just pressed the release button when they shouldn't have. Could be a lot of different things, but I also wonder exactly how the rollout of Flare will come up. Here it says, it says here, how do you accidentally release an app? With the database leak and this plus other issues, I'm moving on. Next thing you know, all ledgers will be hacked. And it says here, hello, this happened accidentally while we were updating another app. Rest assured that this has no connection with the data breach last year. Regarding said breach, we do want to express our sincerest apologies. We're trying to improve from here on forwards, which is always what I'm thinking here. Even though this type of stuff doesn't actually matter, you might wonder about your security. I think personally that this type of stuff, as long as it doesn't have to do with actual money, it doesn't really matter. And you can actually see from the perspective too that maybe if they didn't say it was an accident, you wouldn't have known. They could have just had an unusable app for a little while. Who would have known? Who would have cared? It's just because they said, hey, sorry, we didn't actually want to launch it just quite yet. It might literally be, as explained, that it wasn't because of what they're saying right here. It might have been because Ledger, for example, told them a different day. But then again, I'm also not sure how you accidentally launch one of those, so don't quote me on that one. Here's a little fun story about Joel Katz. Crypterium posted a couple of days ago, shout out to one and only Joe Katz from Ripple. Do you know he's a crypt holder as well? And he then replied saying, yep, traded about 80 Ethereum for about 20,000 crypt at the end of 2017. And at the time, it sounded like a good idea. Right now, however, Crypterium has only gone down and down and down and down over the last couple of years. And little fun fact, those Crypterium guys, big middle finger to them, all right? I needed some support because my tokens got stuck when I bought into the ICO, but they never helped me. So big middle fingers to them. Later on, they actually emailed me for a partnership where they didn't want to pay anything or anything like that. They just wanted me to promote them. But I was like, okay, then fix my ticket, fix my stuff. They were like, okay, so what's your ticket thing? I sent it to them, never replied. So big middle finger to them, never working with them, never want those coins back. I don't support it, nothing on my end. If they ever see this video and they're ever like, oh, damn, we should have helped him. He still wants to get his coins from the ICO. He was an early adopter. He actually bought coins for freaking Bitcoin years ago and even made freaking videos on his YouTube channel at the start during their ICO. Hit up Papa Dusty, all right? If you want to compensate properly, Papa Dusty's always here. Yes, that's a freaking chest right there, my guys. That's no shirt on because I'm freaking excited today. But up to then, nah, I'm not messing around with that. And I've actually had that a couple of times where these projects that didn't actually pay out to ICO holders if you did something wrong or anything like that. And then last but not least, of course, we've got to end it off with something pretty funny. XRP is our future on Twitter. XRP will be 35 to 55,000 in 2030. I do not want to talk about this one. What do you guys think about this? All right, I'm not even gonna give my opinion. I'll just leave this here. And I didn't press the like button because I agree. I pressed the like button because so I can find it. As you most likely see for multiple of these things, I press the like button so I can find them back a little bit later. All right, I do that on most tweets that you will see on this YouTube channel. But all right, that was it for today. I have no idea what I'm going to title this video. We had so much stuff to talk about. Make sure you go and sign up for Bybit. A link is down below. If you're in the US, make sure you use a VPN, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. You can only sign up from a couple of hours from now, though, but yeah, you'll find it out.